All right, today is a kind of an impromptu webinar. I wanted to do this to kind of clear up some misconceptions and maybe a little bit of fear in doing really my favorite way to prospect, which is the phone broadcasting niche. Hey, Michael, thank you. And kind of show you the mechanics by which the phone broadcasting is done. So I'm assuming that everybody here is from National Wealth Center, so I'll show you where you can get this, why, and why I like it so much, and compare it to other things that are out there. Now, the way I look at prospecting is it boils down to, basically the cost per contact, okay? How much does it cost you to contact one person? Now, compare this to other forms of marketing. I'll just pick out one, postcards. Now, I have nothing against postcards. Many people are very successful with postcards, and it's just another tool that you can use to prospect and do well with what you're doing. Now, by the time you print your postcards, do the postage, and the delay that happens by the time they get the stuff and everything, it might be 50 cents or so, or maybe even more, depending if you have to buy lists and things like that. But I'm just going to give it a 50% benchmark to just to give it a number, okay? And that's per contact. So by the time you send it out, one person sees the postcard. So then you have to do, thousands of those to be able to get a response. So a typical response might be 1 to 2%. I mean, that's across the board, and almost any kind of marketing is 1 to 2%. If you can get that, you'd be great. So you have to do, say, 1,000 postcards to get yourself 10 to 20 responses, and then how many you convert on those is really anybody's guess, depending on how well you're good at following up and things like that, and that's a given. So that's not really part of the webinar here today. Now, contrast that to phone broadcasting, where to contact one person, it's going to be, I'd say 1 to 2 cents, okay? And I'll explain why in a moment. So you can literally contact 25 to 50 people for the same price as one postcard. That's why I like phone broadcasting, and the other reason why is because you get really immediate results. When you start doing a phone broadcast, once you know what you're doing, it takes you literally 10 minutes to set it up. And then you hit the button, and within minutes you're getting response. So there's no delay reaction in that happening. So that's just my preference. Now, what I want to do is invite you to, it sounds like a blatant push, but invite you to get my book. My book is MLMBlackBook.com. And, okay, and you can see it in the back office. This is my book here, MLMBlackBook.com. And this is not to push my book, but it has 101 ways to really do this type of marketing. 101 ways, scripts, how-tos, what fors, what to say, what not to say. There's huge chapters on phone broadcasting, and I actually have that chapter in the back of National Wealth Center for free. And also postcards and any possible marketing you could ever think of is in here, because I did it all. And it's really a no-fluff, no-frills book on everything I've done in network marketing to generate leads. And it's 365 pages to put it mildly. So it's really quite a long time, and it even says 20 years, but it's been a few years since I published it, but it's 25 years at this point. So if you ever want to streamline the time frame it takes to learn stuff, then this might help you or will help you. And if you want to cut the cost by which you're going to do trial and error, and I guarantee you, if you're in the business for the long haul, you're going to do trial and error. It's going to cost you many, many thousands of dollars, probably more, in trial and error, where you're going to be able to pay probably about $30 with the shipping for the book. It's going to save you a tremendous amount of money. So anyway, that's going to answer a lot of your questions that I can't possibly answer in 60 to 90 minutes in this this webinar. So just trying to save you some money and save you some time. All right, so let me go back to National Wealth Center here, and you'll see that I'm flipping back and forth as I try to prepare as much as I could for the webinar to save you guys time and effort and so on, and try to cram as much as I could in a short amount of time. Okay, so let's see. Now, so that's what I've been doing with phone broadcasting, and with the National Wealth Center, we've well, let me back up a second. I have clients, tons of clients, thousands of clients that are using my phone broadcasting platform and paying $24.95 a month just to use it. And before that, we were even charging people hundreds of dollars just to use it. So they in turn pay $24.95 just for a membership fee just to use the system itself. You are getting the same system in the back office of National Well Center for free. Okay, you're not paying the $24.95 because I want you guys to use it. I want to take out any possible barrier to use this system to be able to go out and contact as many people as possible and to really push National Well Center. Now, of course, you can use it for anything you're doing. There's no way I would even know, and it doesn't matter. You know, so we're just giving it to you for a product to be able to use. So if you log in, and this is just a demo account, so just disregard any information or numbers in here. We just use it for demo purposes. If you follow here and you go to the back office and you go to the support tools right here. Oops, let me back up a little bit. Here we go. Now, in the support tools, you'll see a few things that are going to help you in the phone broadcasting. Now, this isn't a lead scraper phone call, but these are here that are also free for you to get these. And I would say each one of these can go anywhere from $75 to $200 a piece. I know because I've sold thousands of them. And these are free for you as well. These are only for PC. They will not work on a Mac, so sorry, Mac people. But you get these included in your membership now. This was about a week or two ago, and you can use this to actually push the program as well, as people need tools to be able to push other programs or this program or whatever they're doing. So this is a video right here that you can watch about it, and there's a postcard lead scraper and a video here to watch about the postcard lead scraper. You get both of those for free. Now, these pull up contacts, name, phone number, address, and different things like that you'll find that on the internet. It'll look on the internet for different keywords that you type in the boxes here. So most people type in names of network marketing companies, and it pulls up leads. You go in and you cherry pick that information, and then you use phone numbers to go into the phone broadcasting system, which is right here. Now, if you click on this link, it'll go over to phonebroadcasting.com. This is the actual site that people are paying $24.95 a month for. Do not buy it over there, please. Otherwise, you'll pay $24.95. You get it for free in the system, and all you need to do is to click on and order your call time. This is 2 cents a minute with 6-second billing. The 6-second billing, what does that mean? Well, if you make a phone call and the call lasts for 30 seconds, you're paying for 30 seconds and not 1 minute. So this way, that would be a 1-cent call, not a 2-cent call. Many programs out there that do charge, they seem to charge less than that, but what they're doing is charging 1-minute billing, and that makes the call, if you do a 30-second call, you're being charged a minute. If you do a 1-minute and 10-second call, you're charged 2 minutes. Ours is fractionated in 6-second billing, which makes it very, very accurate. So you can order these anyone you want, 25, 50, 100, 300, and these are the amount of minutes that you would get. Okay, the minutes would be added to the dialer. It takes approximately 24 hours to get a dialer set up for you. If it's a weekend, obviously our workers do that on Monday through Friday, and they'll set that up for you. They'll send you a username and password, and then you would go to that link and log into your dialer. Okay, so that's where you get this information over here. So let's see. Xavier said Mac users can't use it. I think he's talking about the parallax. I'm not sure, or whatever they call it, to be able to use stuff for a PC on a Mac. I'm not sure how that works. I've never tested it. But if you're a Mac person, you want to use PC stuff, there might be stuff out there that you can use PC type of products and software, so you can use that. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to work. All right, so I'll tell you that right now. So if it does, great, you're welcome to use it. All right, so let's see. Now, let's go into a little bit about mechanics before I show you the back office of the phone broadcasting so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, let me scroll down here for one moment. Okay, right here is a link. Let me just highlight that. Right here is a link, right there. Okay, it says phone broadcasting tutorial, click here. And that is the part that's from my book. Okay, now if we click on it, it'll open up. That's a chapter in the MLM Black Book. You see the link right up here. And this is all on phone broadcasting, and you'll see how detailed the stuff I have in this book is, because this is the actual stuff that I've used to become a millionaire in network marketing, okay? So, you want to learn from somebody who's done it. That's something you want to do. Success leaves clues, right? So these are actual scripts, okay, and you would just tailor it for the company you're using. And I'm going to show you the script that I use for National Wealth Center in here. And I have recordings already done for you guys and everything if you want to use those or record your own, and there's ways to do all of that. So you see it's very extensive on how you want to do this and so on. But it's basically going to go and it's going to outline what I'm talking about today. So I would recommend you reading that before you really get into any campaign, and that's available for you here. We also have tech support for the phone broadcasting only. His name is Ben. There's the phone number. He's our tech guy for the phone broadcasting. Please don't call up about your time, about your minutes ordering, about National Wealth Center. Only phone broadcasting. That's what he does. Okay, so that's our support for that. And we also have an audio library right here. If you click on that, these are sample audios. I would say 75% of them are all generic. Okay, so these are sample audios. So if you were to click on these, maybe I can hear one. Let me just click on this one.
Hello. As you already know, our economy is not up to par, and more people are turning to the internet to create more cash. Do you want to generate more cash from home? Well, forget about everything you've heard before. I'm about to show you how to create massive truckloads of cash while barely lifting a finger. This program is so easy and incredibly lucrative that it will transform your bank account fast. Press 2 for more information, or press 9 to be removed.
All right, so that's just a sample of some of the stuff in the audio. Charles says he's not seeing what I'm talking about. Can everybody here see what I'm talking about right here? Can you see my screen? Just type in if you can let me know. All right, Ray's saying yes. Michael says I can't see your screen. Michael Eisner says yes. All right, let's see. Okay, everybody else is saying yes. Okay, so maybe just refresh your screen, hit F5, something like that. And but the vast majority of people are saying that they can see my screen. Okay, Tony says, who do I use for a professional sounding voice? There's, let's see, a few of them out there. If you go to YouTube, well, I'm sure you can actually go on Fiverr, or you go on YouTube and type in voice talent. But there's one called The Voice of Laura. If you look, I don't remember her exact site, but it's something like that, The Voice of Laura for a female. And the guy there, I was using that, which, let's see, Greg Scott Audio, I think it's called. Greg Scott Audio. I think, I'm not sure of the first name, but gosh, I can't remember the first name of the guy. Something Scott Audio. I'll think of it and I'll send it out. I'll put suggestions in the back office so you can use as well. But there's plenty of them out there that you can use for voice talent. And to record a 30-second audio, you shouldn't be spending more than 30 or 50 bucks, to do that. Now, there's two schools of thought about professional audios. Sometimes they sound too polished, and people say, well, people don't respond if it sounds too polished. And other people say, well, hey, listen, just do it so it's natural, and people respect that, and they look at it as more real. So that's up to you. You got to try both ways and see which is best for you to do. I've used both myself. Okay. Now, if you scroll down here, you'll see on here NWC sample live message 1 and 9. Now, what do these numbers mean at the end? 1 and 9, 2 and 9. That means on that message, the message says to press 1 for more information and 9 to be removed. And I'll show you why that's important. The one I just played said press 2 for more information and 9 to be removed. So you have to be aware of that. If you use any of these on here, you have to line up your system and have the system put the right number in there. I'll get to that in just a minute. But here's the live message and the machine message. Okay, let me just go to my pointer again. Okay, it's these ones right here. So when you're doing phone broadcasting, there's a live message, which means what are the people going to hear when they pick up the phone? And there's a machine message, which means if nobody's home and it goes to an answering machine, what are you going to leave? So there's the two messages are really, really very similar. However, the live message is going to say press a number to go out and go to a voicemail, or you're going to tell them to go to a website or something like that. The machine message can't tell them to press 1 or press 9 because the person's not there to press 1 or press 9, so you have to give a phone number or a website. Now, some people, they only do machine messages, and they call during the day when most people are not home, and all they want to do is get somebody to get an answer machine to pick up, and they leave a message. And they don't want to have live people pick up the phone. So if somebody live picks up the phone, it just hangs up. Or you can even have a recorded message for the live person saying, oh, sorry, wrong number, and it hangs up. Okay, it's up to you how you do that. Now, some people do the other way, where they don't want to get machine messages, and they want to have only live people pick up the phone, and some people do both. Now, today we're going to do both. So this way, it'll leave a message if they're not home, and it's going to play the message when the person picks up the phone. So it's up to you how you want to do it. There's a lot of different schools of thought about how to do that and what and why and so on. And that chapter in my book will explain that. I'm not going to go into that today. So, so those two here are for National Well Center right here. But again, most of the ones in this area are generic. Okay, most of them are generic. So you're welcome to fish through them, listen to them, and so on to see if any of them may be good for you. All right. So let me close that up. And again, that's right over here in the back office. All right. So now let's go into what are they going to hear after you send something out to them. I'm just going to pull my notepad over here, and hopefully you guys can see that. Now, I'm going to go into some mechanics here. Just follow me along, and I'll give you the elevator speech on how phone broadcasting works. All right, so you have the system right here. Okay, this is the platform that we're using to send the messages out. So you send the messages out. You have a live one, and you send out, and you have a voicemail recording. These are recorded messages that we have in the system already queued up to play in case somebody live picks up or a voicemail. Okay. Now at that point, you're telling them to do something. You're very short, maybe 30 seconds. You don't want to go longer than that. And all you're doing at this point is sorting and sifting. That's it. You want to get off the phone as soon as possible by getting these people sorted in or sorted out. So you're not looking to pitch the deal. You're not looking to do anything like that. All you want to do is, are you looking or you're not looking? And that's really what that's what really any prospecting is all about, is are you looking or are you not looking? And that's all you're looking to do at this point. So I figure if I can get them off the phone as soon as possible that I know that they're not interested, that's less money for me, again, per contact. Remember I mentioned that before? How much does it cost you to contact somebody? If somebody hangs up in 12 seconds, you're only charged, maybe half a cent. So it's much cheaper for you to get them off the phone. And I know right now, I'm going to tell you right now, 98% of these people are going to hang up the phone. But all you need is 2% to become really wealthy in network marketing with this system. You're not looking for most people to hang up the phone, because if you ever get one of these audio messages that come through the phone, and you say, oh, I hang up for those things. Well, I hang up for those things too, because I'm not in the right time in my life to look for something. I already have something, right? I'm not looking for something else. But you don't need all those people to say yes. All you need is the people that are in the right time in their life to say yes. So now, if they go through here, if they pick up live, you're going to say press 1 for more information, and you always want to say press 9 to be removed from our list. You give them the option to get out, 1 or 9. If they press 1, they're going to go to a voicemail. Okay, that's one option, and I'll show you the voicemail system I use. So they're going to go to a voicemail, which is going to have I'd say a 1 to 3 minute recorded message on there that's pre-recorded. The other thing that some people do is, this is not the way I like to do it, but some people do it, is they don't use the voicemail, and all they do is give the person their website and say, go to my website. Now, the problem I don't like with that is because you're getting people on the spur of the moment. They don't have a pen to write it down. They, in turn, have to remember a website, and unless you have a really, really simple website for them to remember, they're just going to say, I forget it. And because people go to the point of least resistance, and the least resistance is just to say, forget it, right? And they hang up. So that's why I don't give websites on that, and the other reason why is I want them to go to the voicemail. I'm usually pretty generic on the voicemail too. I don't give information on there as far as websites and things like that. I want them to leave their name and number so I can call them back and something in that nature. So, I mean, the other school of thought here is to give more information, give your lead capture page system website link over here too, and then that'll sort them out, and you don't want to take voicemail. So it's really up to you how you want to do it. What you do in here is you play around with it, and you tweak it as you're doing it and see how the results change, right? And if you get a certain result on one way to do it, tweak one thing, do it again on a different set of numbers, and see if the percentage goes up. If it does, then you throw out the old one and use the new one, right? It's called a control number. So you're gradually tweaking it and getting better and better results depending on what's your preference to do that. My preference is send them to a voicemail and just have them leave their name and number because I want to talk to them, all right? Or I want to have somebody talk to them because that, again, is the path of least resistance, and then they don't have to remember a website or anything. And this is the method I'm going to show you today. The 9 is the remove. Now, on the voicemail, the flip side, you're not going to tell them to press 1 or 9. All you want to do is give the phone number, or you want to give the website. You know, for more information, call this number. For more information, go to www. That's it, because they can't press a number to go there. All right, and I have these messages already done, and I have them already recorded and everything for you, and I'll show you that in just a second. I'm trying to make this totally dummy-proof for you guys. Everybody enjoying this so far? Enjoying this information? Just give me some feedback here if you're enjoying the information I'm giving you. So now at this point, you're going to call them back. Very, very important to be on the ball with this, and you call them back right away. Thanks, everybody, for saying yes, very much yes. Thank you. Appreciate that, guys. Next thing you got to do is you got to use it. You got to use it. Get out there. All right. So at this point, you need to call them, and this is not a follow-up training and follow-up training and things like that. So, but you got to call them up, and then you ask questions with them. And what are you looking for? What caused you to leave your name and number? Have you ever been in a home-based business before? You know, so that kind of thing. You want to feel the person out and what they're looking for, and then you get them over to one of our presentation mechanisms: live call, 24-hour hotline, anything that they can see, or your lead capture page system, anything like that, and that's going to get them further along the line to either sort them out or sort them in. And remember, not everybody's going to say yes, but you're going to have plenty of people say yes as long as they go through the system. And network marketing all starts with the process of lead generation, right? Number 1 is lead generation. Number 2 is follow-up. Number 3 is closing the sale. And number 4 is duplication. Those are the 4 pillars of network marketing. I actually did a Facebook post today on that. So those are if you learn how to do those and you get really, really good at just those 4 things, you're going to make a ton of money in this business. All right, so now let me switch over here and erase this again. So that's the core of the flow by which you're going to see it. And again, in that part here, the phone broadcasting tutorial, you'll see that in there in more detail. Now, I have scripts over here, and these are the scripts that I'm going to give to you guys as well. I have that in the back office. I don't think it's there right now, but I'll have it in the back office. And these are the scripts from the audio, and you don't need to read it now, but these are the scripts from the audio that I have right over here. So let's go over here again, and I'll show you the phone broadcasting platform. And again, this is the same ones that are in the audio here. So I don't have the one that I have on the 24-hour voicemail, but I will get that over there as well. So let's see. Let's go over here to the voicemail. All right, so the one that I use, and there's plenty of them out here. I'm not pitching one or the other. I use one called simplevoicebox.com. Simplevoicebox.com. This is the one you want, which is the private number service, $4.95 a month. You cannot get anything with an extension number on it because it won't work. All right, so you need a straight phone number, and you don't need a toll-free number. You got to remember that these people are pressing 1 on the phone to get more information, right? So they're not even seeing the number, so why even have a toll-free number, right? So the only reason you need a toll-free number is if you're going to use that number in conjunction with cards, sizzle cards, postcards, where they're going to see it and physically call it, right? Honestly, I don't even believe in using toll-free numbers because I want to sort people out. If they can't spend 1 or 2 cents to make a phone call, then I just don't want to talk to them. So that's how I kind of sort in or sort out. And remember, that's all you're doing is sorting in or sorting out. And I just don't want penny pinchers to even bother calling me. So that's just, again, that's just me, right? So so this way, you don't even need a toll-free number. So don't bother spending when you're spending 6 cents a minute on that. You don't need it. $4.95 a month. You just click on that. And you go over here and you put in your information, credit card type. I don't remember how many months you're paying for ahead of time. I don't think they do month to month. I think it's the first month is every 3 months or something like that. But look at the terms and conditions. I mean, you're paying $15, big deal. You know, or if it's month to month, you're paying $5, then okay. But I think it is every 3 months, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So now you put in your time zone over here, and once you do that, you're going to get the phone number assigned to you. And then you can select if you want it to be a play a message only, which means they're only going to hear the message. They're not going to have an option to leave their name and number, nothing like that. Or let's see, the best one on there that I use is I want them to hear it, but I also want them to get a message afterwards saying, leave your name and number, and we're going to call you back. And then it'll record the information and email it to you. So you should rarely have to even log in to even go in here and do anything other than just recording your message. So once you have this set up, you log into the back office of the phone system. Let me see over here. Okay, so you log into the back office of this system here, and you need to record a message that people are going to hear when they click 1 on the phone, and the phone broadcasting platform is going to transfer them over to this number. It's seamless, and this number will start to play, and then it goes to leave their name and number. And you're paying for this time, okay? So because you're still on the phone broadcasting platform, so if the longer your message is, you're paying for that extra time. But I figure that you already have somebody that's interested, and I don't mind paying, 4 or 5 cents to find out if they want to be more interested, right? Now, the philosophy on this phone number here is the longer the message you have, the more you're going to sift and sort them out. If you want to do that, that's fine. And if you don't want to talk to people that are just looky-loos and tire kickers, that's fine. If you want to have a shorter message, then you're going to get more people leave their name and number because there's less information for them. If you don't give them the name of the company, you don't give them a website to go to, you don't give them a price to join, that's going to have more people leave their name and number. My suggestion initially is you don't give any of that information. Don't give the price, don't give the industry, don't give the name of the company, nothing, because you want to get as many leads as possible. Then if you say, listen, this is overwhelming, a lot of these people are just wasting my time, then you start giving a little bit more information, so this way you sort the people out and you're only talking to more qualified people. Again, you have to play with that, but initially I want you to get as many calls as possible, and then you judge it from there based on what you want to accomplish, right? So now I'm going to play this message for you, and you can see how I did it, so that this way we can go from there. Now let's see. All right, let me try to do this. I'm going to put it on my, well, how can I do this? Let's see. Just give me one moment and see if I can log in here. Maybe you can hear it. All right, this is the voicemail number right here. And I'm going to change that password in just a moment, okay? So don't log in here, please. All right. Now, here's the greeting, okay? And you can go in and change all this information if you want. Now, there's also, they're going to give you instructions on what to do and how to do it, and also, there we go, and how to do recordings and names. They'll give you all this information, but essentially they prompt you through the whole thing on how to do it, okay, and how to record your messages and everything. All right, so they're going to give you all of that, and they'll prompt you on the phone and how to do all that stuff. So let me see if, I'm not sure if there's a way that I can actually download this. Oh, I can download it. Here we go. All right, so let me download this. Here we go, and I'm going to play it for you here, and I'm going to upload it into the back office of the program itself. See if this plays for me. Hey, congratulations for taking the next step to your financial freedom. Are you skeptical? Of course you are, and that's okay. Obviously, I can't give you all the information right now on this simple voicemail to assure you that this is real, and I'm not going to insult your intelligence to try. But relax and ask yourself, what if this is real? You're here because you want to increase your income from home and do it without risking anything you may be doing right now, right? Let's face it, the economy is a mess right now for all of us. Millions of people are becoming unemployed in the USA, and in many places it's double digits. People are out of work for months in many cases, and they've been looking for work for years. Guess what? Most of the jobs that are gone are never coming back because they're now obsolete and totally extinct. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is to take charge of your own life instead of putting your financial future in the hands of someone else. That's why home-based businesses are taking off right now. Maybe you're already doing a home-based business, and maybe you're looking to do one. Now, I've taught over 700,000 people over the last 25 years all around the world, just like you, how to work from home, and have just published a book on the subject. My company is also rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. I put together a system that anybody at any level of ability can just plug in and start earning some serious money. How would you like to never have to make a cold call again unless you want to? How about never having to chase a prospect, but have them calling you asking to join your business? And how about you doing all of this with as easy as clicking a button? Then like magic, having qualified people calling you asking about your business. The bottom line is what I create works. We have an incredible compensation plan as well as pay that will pay you very, very fast. I know you might be thinking, is this what I told you right now a bunch of BS? I can tell you that it's very real. However, just totally decide for yourself. I'm not a pushy salesperson, and I really don't need to be. I have a track record to prove that. My systems do everything for me. I'm not looking for salespeople. Heck, I don't even know if we can work together. All I want to do is open your eyes to what's possible and generate a few hundred to a few $1,000s or more, all from the comfort of your own home, and do it in record time. I'll then answer any questions you may have, and you can decide if it's something you want to take further or not. Okay, here's your chance. You can go back to the way life is or find out more. Either I or one of my associates will contact you to get back to you with more information so you can take a closer look. Leave your name and number now, and the best time we can call you back. Have a great day. Hi guys, so you see how when I did that, I did some takeaways in there as well too. I don't even know if we could work together and shot in the dark, that type of thing. I like to put those in there as it makes it real. I did that very, very quickly. I probably would record it again as there was 1 or 2 points that I messed up on. You see what I'm talking about. So, so that's the message that they have here. So let me log out of here, and I'd go over again to National Wealth Center. So now if we go over again to the audio library, here is the 2 audios that they would hear when they're doing the phone broadcasting. So this one here, this is the live one when somebody picks up the phone. Oh, hi, thanks for accepting my call. My name is Peter. Please don't hang up. I'm calling because someone at this number indicated that they may be open to making some serious money from home in their spare time and do it without jeopardizing anything they're doing right now. Now, I know this is a total shot in the dark, but as you know, economic times are hard. Millions of people are out of work and wondering when it may be their turn. I've trained over 700,000 people all over the world in the last 25 years to make money from home. If this sounds intriguing and you're at least a little bit serious in taking just a few minutes to find out more, simply press 1 on your touch-tone phone and you'll be instantly transferred to our 24-hour recorded message where you can get more details. You can, of course, press 9 and you'll be removed from our list. Thanks, and all the best to you and yours. Okay, so now when they press 1, they're going to be going over to the voicemail. They press 9, they're put on our remove list. And the other one, you'll see it's very simple, very similar to the one I just did. Oh, hi, I see I got your machine, so let me leave a quick message. I'm calling because someone at this number indicated that they may be open to making some serious money in their spare time without jeopardizing what they're currently doing. Now, I know that this is a total shot in the dark, but as you know, economic times are hard, and millions are out of work and wondering when it may be their turn. I've trained over 700,000 people over the last 25 years to make money from home. If this sounds intriguing and you have some questions, just take a few minutes to call our 24-hour recorded hotline. That number is 518-777-4083. Thanks. Have yourself a great day. Bye for now. All right, guys, you see how close that was to the other one, except for I'm telling him to go to that number instead of click to go to that number. And that's essentially the basics and the fundamentals of phone broadcasting. So let's go over here to the system, and hopefully I'm still logged in. Let me just see if I am. Okay, good. Let me go back here again. This is my system called the Phone Prospector, and this is the back office here. So all you need to do is to buy phone call time. We will set you up with the system. We'll add the phone call time to it, and you'll be able to go in and see you know, your call time and itemized and all sorts of stuff here when you want to do that. Okay, so it's a very simple system to use. So we'll go over here and we'll show you the mechanics on how to set this up. So you go to New Campaign, and you just answer the questions. Now, the campaign name is, we'll just put on here webinar test. Okay, nobody's going to see that other than you. And the second one is the caller ID. So the caller ID is right here. Okay, I'm going to take out the brackets. And this is what people are going to see when they pick up the phone. Well, many times you're going to have people, they'll call you back if you put your own phone number in there, and they'll say, oh, did somebody just call me, when they never even listen to the message, right? What some people do is they have a second recorded message. This one here would be the one where they press 1 to go to listen to it, and they have a second one for the caller ID because they know people are going to call and say, did somebody call me? And they'll have a second independent number because they want to answer specifically for people that are going to say that, right? So you pay an extra $5 a month, and you'll have, and believe me, you're going to have a lot of people do that. But in this case, I'm just going to put this number in here for both the caller ID and the press 1. So again, you can judge that based on why you want to do that. But if you really want to get into it, that's what I would suggest, is having 2 separate numbers, one for the caller ID and one for the press 1 number. Then you answer these questions, and these are really stuff that I just talked about. Do you want these calls to include a live transfer option or transfer to voicemail and so on? So no, I usually say I want to have it as a standard message campaign. Again, these question marks here, you can open them up and it'll tell you what each one of these are. So you can really, if you have a question, just go here and click it. Okay, here's where I mentioned you can use multiple messages. Choose one of the following options. I want to play a message to live answers and a different message to answering machines, and that's the one I said I was going to do, so I'm going to leave it there. But if I want to do the same message for live and answering machines, you can do that too. So then you only have to record one message because both of them are going to be the same. And that's usually the case if you're not going to tell them to press 1 or press 9. You're just going to say, go to my website for more information, right? Play a message for live answers, but hang up on answering machines, or just the opposite. Play a message for answering machines and hang up on live ones. I mentioned those options to you as well, depending on what you want to do. What type of answers are most important, because the system is going to tailor it specifically to what you're doing. Are you looking to contact live people more, or are you looking to get answering machines more? Well, I'm probably looking to go for live more, so I want it to optimize for that more and to just have it look for that. But if you're doing another campaign, you say, listen, I just want to contact answering machines, I'm not really looking for live people, then you would check off that and you would use the one that's going to play for answering machines but hang up on live ones, right? Okay. Okay, very important. Do you want to give people the option to press a digit to be included in the do not call list? Unless you're calling a list that you know yourself, I would say yes. Okay? And that's usually, you just put in a number here. Normally it's 9. Press 1 for more information or 9 to be removed, and you're all set there. Okay? Let's see. Let me backtrack for a moment here a second. I didn't read this right. This one here is the one you want to use to transfer people. So I'm sorry about that. I just mentioned that wrong. I was trying to go over here too fast. This is the number that you have in the voicemail, right, that you're going to have them transfer the calls to, okay? And then they just press 1 when they want to transfer. That's it, all right? Do you want to record live transfers? No. Do you want the number of live transfers per hour to be automatically regulated? No. Normally, if you're going to be transferring it to someone that's going to pick up the phone and talk, you would want to regulate that because they'll get overwhelmed with phone calls. So, and if there's any extension, I say no. So, again, I apologize for giving the wrong information there on that. But this is where you're going to put the phone number that they're going to be transferred to, and this is where you put the number on the recorded message they're going to be clicking to go to that number. So let's go back down here again. Do you want to be screen the list against the do not call list? If you say no, that means that it's not going to screen it against the registry, and that's many times if I do a phone broadcast to people in National Wealth Center that are members, then I just leave it at no because they're part of the program. But if you're doing a broadcast to a purchase list, you want to do that. If you do that, you're going to have to register. It's a free registration for what they call an SAS number. And that was right here. This is the National Do Not Call Registry for telemarketers. Okay, if you go on Google and you type in really this here, you're going to go to this page, and all you do is fill out this information. It takes all of 30 seconds to fill this out, and you're going to get a number on the next page that is called an SAS number. They're going to give it to you right on the spot, and that's what you put in this box. All right, so this is going to screen it for the people. Okay, let me just make sure that I got that here. I did that actually before. You know, I have so many screens up here, I forgot which one I have here. Let me just go over here to the voicemail, and well, this is the Gmail account that I'm using to have everything sent over here. So let me just get this over here. Okay. Oh, this is the one I. No, that's not it. Bear with me for a moment. I'm trying to find that SANS number that I just did. Oh, I know where it is. Just give me a second. I got it right here. Okay, there we go. This is the completed one that you're going to see, okay? And after you finish that, you'll get this here, and it'll have an SANS number in it right there. And at that point, you would enter this number right there in that, okay? And that's where you would put that number. So sorry, I did a screenshot, and I forgot I did a screenshot. So now, let's go back over here to the phone broadcasting, and you'll see that on here. So let me just open this up one more time, and I am going to get this one. Let me just get this number here. Just give me a second, because I want to just click on this to do this this phone broadcasting for you. Okay, and let's see, that is it. Okay, so now do you want this campaign to be able to dial known mobile phone numbers? And it's up to you. So if you want to do that, because there's different laws for phone number, mobiles, and so on, I'm just going to select no, I don't want to call mobile phone numbers. And do you want to exclude certain states? If you put this on here, if you don't want to call specific states, you can just check off which states you don't want to call. And certain states are known to be a little more stricter on phone broadcasting than others. So what I'm going to be doing, it's like there's the Carolinas, I know South Carolina and North Carolina. I'm just going to check those off for now, okay, just so you can see how that works. And is it an emergency call? Emergency call just means that it's going to dial before 9 o'clock in the morning or after 9 o'clock at night in the time zone that that person is in. So right now in the middle of the day, I don't have to worry about doing that. But I would normally suggest you leave this to no, because you don't want to really get people upset if you're calling at weird hours. So the next thing to do here is record your audios, and I already have 2 audios here. These are the audios that I just showed you. If you want to record another audio, you click on Add Audio, and this is the information to record. You can call a toll-free number or a regular number, and you can, in turn, it'll ask you, press your client ID. That'll designate that this is your broadcasting system. You record it right over the phone, and they upload it right into your system. It's all automatic. If you want to record something on the side, or you have a professional do it, then you just click on the file. As long as it's MP3, you're all set. WAV, there's also different formats here. And you just upload it, and that'll appear right into your file. But this is what I did with these here, is I went to record them on the system, and then I have them right here, which you can probably hear. Oh, hi, I see I got your machine, so let me leave a quick message. I'm calling because... Okay, so that's what I did here. Now you can go in and edit the names and things like that as you want, so this way you'll know which one they are. So I just have it named Machine Message Live Transfer Message. Okay, so once I'm done with this, then the next step to do that is you want to go in and you want to, we'll just say, I'm just going to press this as choose as the live message. Okay, and choose as the machine message. Okay, so now this way it knows which one is which. So at this point, I can either send myself a test call if you want, if I wanted to do that just to hear it, and if I don't really want it, I don't really care, then I'm just going to go next, and I have to start looking at what lists I want to upload to contact. So if you have a phone list, you're going to click on Upload a Phone List. Okay, and generally it has to be in a CSV format, comma separated value format, and I just happen to have one that's right here in Microsoft Excel, and this happens to be a list with everything in it. Now, generally what I do is if I have a phone list that has phone numbers in it, like right here is the phone numbers, okay, I go in here and I highlight the rest of these like that, just go across the top and just click and drag my mouse. I'm going to right click and delete. and it's going to shift everything over. And then I go over here to the other side, and I right-click, and I delete. And for those people, I know I'm covering a lot of stuff, so don't worry about, if I don't know how to do this. This is recorded, so you're going to be able to watch it and follow along and do whatever you want, all right? So now I'm just going to save it. And you can see this is my file name, 3-30-15 phones only, all right? So I'm going to close it. I'm done. And I can click Browse for my file, and I'm going to go, it's right on my desktop. There we go. This is it right here. And it's going to upload for me right there. Okay, I have lots of phone numbers on here, 83,997 records. Boy, oh boy. All right, so they're all set. So now the campaign's ready to go. And we have the webinar test, right? It's all ready to go. We got the audio set up. We got the voicemail set up. We got where it's going to go set up. We have the, let's see, the phone number set up. We're ready to go. So if I want to just start the campaign, I can start it. If I wanted to change the settings by how fast I want it to go out, how slow I want it to go out, what times of day I want it to go out, what days of the week I want it to go out, you have total control over doing all this stuff over here. So it's totally up to you on how you do that. So all I do is highlight the one I want right there. All of these are going to activate, and then I decide, okay, let's go in, and do I want to add more numbers? I can start the campaign. I can change the speed of the campaign. I can schedule it to start at a certain time. So if you say, listen, I work during the day, and I want to call during the day, so I'll set it up before I go to work, and I want it to call from 12 to 5, and when I get home, I'll have numbers. I'll have people to call back. Very easy to do with the scheduling system. You go in here and you select the different day that you want. So today is the 3rd. So even if I want to do today, I'll select the date here, right? And you select the time limits that you want, okay, of the different days you want, right? So you do that right over here, and you select however you want to do that. So if I go back to the home screen, if I want to do that, then I can do that. But what I'm going to do is I just want to start the campaign, and I just want to check on how fast this is going to go out. So I want to change the speed. My recommendation for everybody is to always send out slowly if you're just new at this, because you can burn through minutes and you won't believe if you have it really set too fast. Okay, so it says if you miss something, it's going to tell you. Please change the calling speed by starting the campaign or edit the schedule. All right? Okay, we click Add to Schedule. Right now it's 1:48, so I'm going to say 1:50. Start in 2 minutes. End time. I'm just going to go over here. I just select a really quick time. Calls per minute. Okay, I'm just going to go in. I'm going to say I want to do 500 calls a minute. That is a lot, guys. So if you're doing it yourself and you're just starting, you might want to do 10 calls a minute, right? So you hit save and you're all set. Okay? So I have this system already set up right here, and you can see it however you want to do it. And the campaign should be starting right around that time. So we're just going to wait for a few minutes for it to start, and it'll start sending out, and then we'll just let it run. It's going to give you the connections, the lines, how many numbers, phone calls complete, how many calls today, live answers. It's going to break all that down for you in just a dashboard right over here, and then you'll be seeing recorded messages come into your Gmail account or whatever email account you have that will be really a mixture. Some people will get on there and they won't press 9, they won't even listen to it. They'll get on and say, take me off your list. Some people might get belligerent about it. It's just the way it is. And other people say, hey, I'm interested, tell me more. So you get a whole wide range of things, and you decide how you want to contact them. And you might want to make notes on each person if you're not going to save the audio, just to say, hey, this person sounds great, this one doesn't sound great, that type of thing. So this way you know how to contact them and what to tell them when you do contact them. But generally, if you're listening to one, you just call them up right away, right? You call them up right away so that this way they're fresh in your mind, and you can contact them with more information. And I honestly, if somebody leaves a name and number and I call them up within 10, 15 minutes, then they're going to be stunned because nobody does that. You know, or very few people do that. Your income will literally rise 25 to 30% if you do that. So if you call people right away by of them leaving their name and information on a lead capture page or from a phone broadcast, so it's very, very important that you contact these people as quick as possible. Michael says, can we use Google Voice number to forward to when they press 1 to be taken to a voicemail? I think you probably can do that, Michael. I've never done that, but I'm sure you probably could use Google Voice. Let's see, Tanika, and don't mark me in that because, again, I haven't used it. Okay, so Tanika says, so the number we use there in is the number for the simple voice box. Yeah, I think you're talking about the one in the box that I put in there for the caller ID and the one below it where it would be transferring. That's the number you're putting from the simple voice box in that box itself, okay? Now let's see. Refresh, okay. Let me see if I got this. Maybe I got my time zone wrong or something. I want to make sure that this is doing this correctly. Okay, just give me 1 second. I just want this to get rolling right now. We don't have to worry about scheduling. Okay, so the campaign's starting, and it'll just start blasting out. And the call today, you see the numbers will start to change. So I think it was already starting to rev up, but I didn't want to sit there and wait as we had the webinar being live right now. So as you can see, this is starting to rev up and send out these audio messages, and that's really it. So that's the method in phone broadcasting that really works. Now you have your voice, your Gmail over here, and it'll send the recordings of people that have listened to your voicemail right over in this section here. Because it's broadcasting out, they have to listen to that message, then they have to listen to a 2 to 3 minute message that I put on there before. It's going to be a little bit before people start to leave their name and information on there. But essentially, guys, you got all the information right now that we have available for you in the phone broadcasting. So let me just give you, again, a really rough and quick overview again. Yeah, you have to get a voicemail if you want to go there, unless you want to do a website, send them to a website. So if you get the voicemail, I usually recommend Simple Voice Box. There's Voice Nation. There's a 800 link. There's a few of them out there that you can use. If you have your own, great. And you need a phone list. Now, I also sell phone lists if you need phone lists, okay? I've been selling leads for over a dozen years. So if you need it, please contact the company. We do have phone lists available, and we sell them right now for 2 cents per number. And normally other companies much more than that. So we're probably going to go up to 5 cents a number because most companies out there I think are charging 50 cents for the same thing. So we probably going to be right around that area. So we have plenty of numbers here that are available if you want to contact us. If you have another vendor, then you're welcome to use those people as well too. Or you use the scrapers to pull up the numbers and to put them in there for yourself if you want to do that. So guys, this is, there is a cost to phone broadcasting. However, in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot less than most other things. And again, if you break it down by the cost per contact versus generating leads, then I think it's, comparatively speaking to anything else out there, it's quick, it's fast, it's inexpensive. It gets you responses and people to talk to compared to other things. And especially when you're starting off and you don't have that money, that much funds available to do that, I think it's a great alternative for you to be able to get in there and do that. Again, one thing I want to mention to you, as I mentioned earlier in the call, is now you have these 2 lead scrapers up here and the phone broadcasting. This is $24.95 a month. These 2 together is probably close to $200 if you were to get them somewhere else and together. So What does that mean to you guys? Well, people can come in, you can recruit people to say, listen, you're promoting ABC company or XYZ company. You're going to need ways to be able to generate leads. You can get it over here for $35, $10 for the admin, $25 to the member, and you're getting it for $35. So, and all of it's included. There's no additional charge for them to get this stuff. So you might, again, mention to them that these are for PC only. I don't want them to be upset if they're Mac. Okay, so let me just back up over here. I'm going to close this out and see what we're doing here. All right, well, we already got 320 answering machines. We got 424 live answers, 124 no answers. We got busies, we got bad numbers, and 644 minutes used today. Okay, so it's just pumping along. All right, so we got quite a few just pumping out. All right, so that's it, guys. You can see it moving along here, and you can see how fast these are going through because I'm putting 500 per minute. All right, so again, you might want to do 25 or 10 or something like that just to try it out first, and this way you can see if the mechanics are working. Is your recorded message pulling? Is your voicemail pulling? Is your anything mechanically that you didn't do right? So you don't want to blow through $50, $100, $300 in this in an hour or two and find out that mechanically you did something wrong. All right, I just been doing this such a long time that I know kind of what I want to do, and I know that I had it right. So I don't even know if there's going to be anything in here right now, but it's pretty quick. Yeah, it's still a little early. So guys, any questions? Anybody have any questions for me before I sign off this here? Let's see. I got a few people here. All right. Any recommendations on where we buy phone broadcasting numbers? Okay, Tony, I answered that. If you want to contact me, great. But you can, type in Google, phone broadcasting leads, something like that. You'll probably find some stuff. I have a question. Is this in Spanish too? No, this is not in Spanish. I'm sorry, it's only in English. But nothing's saying you can't use it. If you want to send out a Spanish voice broadcast, you can just record it in Spanish and record your audios and your voicemail in Spanish. You just got to be able to read English to be able to use the system. So sorry about that. Is there an example script of what we say when returning calls from the broadcast? I think I have something that I might be able to provide to you as well too on recorded stuff that not recorded, but on a script sample that you can call these people back. So yeah, I'll try to provide that with you as well too. What is the postcard lead scraper? Are they addresses that we can send to postcards? Yeah, Tony, the postcard lead scraper pulls up mailing addresses, and it does have phone numbers as well. It's not so much for biz ops, but it pulls up tremendous mailing addresses to do mailing campaigns. So you can, it'll format them, and it'll put the name and address on peel and stick labels and everything for you right on your printer. Yeah, this is a recording, so this is being recorded. I'm going to put this right on this page over here so people can watch it whenever they want. So we'll send it out to people in the field from the newsletter, and I'm also going to upload it over here as well too on this page. Brian says my head's spinning. Yeah, it is a little overwhelming, guys, so take it slow. Watch, again, read this here that I have, okay, this link here. This one here, read that one, and also go back and watch this webinar again. You'll get the mechanics of it pretty quickly. But the biggest thing is to do it really, really slow, 5 or 10 or 15 numbers at a time per minute, and make sure you see that. Once you get the mechanics, you're never going to use anything else. I mean, honestly, I have people that they make $80,000, $100,000 a month doing stuff, and that's all they do is phone broadcasting. So it's the bomb. It really is. Okay, we can go to NWC back office to get this service. Yep, it's right here in the back office. Go to the support, the tools, support tools. Okay, that's in the back office right over here, and there's under support tools right here, and you'll see that in here. Okay, will you please add the link to the recorded webinar on this page? Yeah, I'm going to be doing that, Brandon. I'll do that. Hey, thanks, Jose. Thank you. Appreciate that. Great job. Thanks for the information. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for your time, and I'm going to let this run a little bit, and I'll give you some results on this as they become available. Okay? I look forward to sending this out. I'm just going to process this, and I'll try to get this out to you today or tomorrow. Let me just peek back over here. There we go. There you go, guys, right there, starting to pop up. See it coming in? This is not just one. This is 11. All right, let me open this up. These are all voicemails. Look at this, guys. Voicemails, voicemails, voicemails. These are potential leads. Now, I'm not saying every one of these are going to be a lead, but like this one here with 0, they probably listened to it and didn't leave their name and number. So, you know, if you have stuff over here, I mean, I have no idea what this is going to be. It could be a good one or a bad one. Who knows? So they go over here, and you can go into your voicemail system and get this information, or you can just download it because they'll send you the link to download it over here as well. All right? So look at all what's coming in. So does it work? Yeah, absolutely. How long did that take? Just a really short amount of time. So it's really something that you want to really look into and get into. So here's some more coming in over here. I mean, this one is 0. When you see 0, I kind of know it's probably somebody listened to it and didn't leave their name and number, but that's okay. That's okay. So you have 12 new messages in your voice box. You go over there and you go get them. So let's see. Pat says, I'm going to a webinar about automatic lead tools next. Their system costs $400 to $97 a month. Yeah, Pat, you know, I can't tell you guys how much value that National Well Center has compared to anything else out there. I hope you guys see that. With the $9.95 admin, next month we're offering lead capture page system, autoresponder system included. You get the voice broadcasting included. You get the lead scrapers included. I mean, what can we tell you? You guys should be blowing it out. You guys should be signing up hundreds and hundreds of people, because Pat just says he's going to an automatic lead tool system next. Their system costs $400 and $97 a month, just admin. And we're charging $10 a month. I don't know what else to tell you guys. You guys should be killing it with this system. Yeah, Pat says, this is crazy. Thanks. I totally understand. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the recording. Have yourself a great day. Look forward to speaking to you real soon. Thanks for coming on today on a Friday, and we'll look forward to getting this out to you. Bye now.